It's the Sousa Show. Sports, Pete.
Hey everybody, welcome to Rogue Media Top 10s, featuring a pretty darn good sports podcast called The Pete Sousa Show. I am your namesake host, Pete Sousa, and this is the top 10 greatest movies about football. Number 10, the program released in 1993. This is an unflinching deep dive into the gritty, high-stakes world of college football, where pressure to win comes with a dangerous price tag. The film follows a powerhouse program fighting for a national title, while its players battle everything from steroids and injuries to academic failure and alcoholism. This ain't no feel-good movie. This is a raw, often brutal look at what happens when the game becomes life itself. Number 9, Varsity Blues, released in 1999. Few movies captured the late 90s teen sports drama vibe like this one. Set in the fictional town of West Canaan, Texas, this dramedy digs into the pressure cooker of high school football. Featuring James Van Der Beek as the backup quarterback thrust into the spotlight and John White as his tyrannical coach, Varsity Blues is angsty and over the top at times, but there's a real message about identity, expectations, and playing for oneself. Number 8, Necessary Roughness, released in 1991. This one's fun. Filmed at the University of North Texas, this lovable oddball is part comedy and part underdog tale. When a Texas college football program is gutted by scandal, they must rebuild with misfits like Sinbad over there. Featuring a star-studded cast led by Scott Bakula of Quantum Leap fame, this goofy charmer reminds us that sometimes just showing up is the biggest win. Number 7, Friday Night Lights, released in 2004. Friday Night Lights is not just a movie, it's a way of life, especially for the town of Odessa, Texas. Director Peter Berg turns Bissinger's book into a gritty, realistic portrayal of high school ball under crushing pressure. Billy Bob Thornton gives a grounded, heartfelt performance as the coach of a team of long shots chasing their dreams under the stadium lights. It's not all touchdowns and glory. It's also about disappointment and the downside to growing up too fast. Number 6, The Longest Yard, released in 1974. Long before the Adam Sandler remake, this stone-cold pigskin classic, led by Burt Reynolds, the former football player himself, features a simple but brilliant setup: inmates versus guards, which leads to pride, payback, and a whole lot of bruises. It's rough, it's rebellious, and it's an all-timer. Number 5, Any Given Sunday, released in 1999. Directed by Oliver Stone, this one is loud, chaotic, and wildly entertaining, much like the game itself. Now, Al Pacino chews the scenery as the coach, and for my money, his locker room speech is definitely one for the books. Any Given Sunday dives headfirst into the politics behind professional football with a star-studded cast including Jamie Foxx, Cameron Diaz, and LL Cool J. It's flashy, it's messy, and it pulls no punches. Number 4, Remember the Titans, released in 2000. Set against the backdrop of a newly integrated high school in 1970s Virginia, this modern football classic is as much about race and unity as it is about the game. Denzel Washington commands the screen as Coach Herman Boone, a tough leader trying to mold a divided team into champions, both on and off the field. The players clash, grow, and ultimately bond through shared struggle and triumph. Complete with a fun soundtrack and powerful moments that still resonate today, I gotta say, these Titans, they hit hard, both on the field and in the fields. Number 3, Brian's Song, released in 1971. Based on the true story of Chicago Bears teammates Brian Piccolo and Gale Sayers, it shows how two men from very different backgrounds can connect on a real level. When Piccolo is diagnosed with cancer, the film shifts from inspiration to heartbreak. Billy D. Williams and James Caan deliver powerhouse performances that still hold up today. Just a warning, this one's a guaranteed tearjerker, so don't be too insecure to break out your hanky. Number 2, Rudy, released in 1993. If you don't get choked up when Rudy finally takes the field in his pint-sized uniform, check your pulse. This is the ultimate underdog tale, with Sean Astin perfectly capturing the heart and soul of a kid with no size, no talent, and no quit. Against all odds, and with some help from a custodian who becomes his mentor, Rudy finally earns a shot, and it's the kind of story that reminds you why you believed in sports in the first place. And finally, number 1, North Dallas 40, released in 1979. Based on the novel by former Dallas Cowboy Peter Gent, this gridiron classic pulls no punches in exposing the darker side of pro football. Raw, real, and way ahead of its time, North Dallas 40 is a definite heavy hitter. And those were the top 10 greatest movies about football. If you enjoyed this video or you're just a sports nut, swing on over to the Pete Sousa Show Sports Podcast, wherever you get your podcasts. I'm your host, Pete Sousa, and thanks for watching.